Good day, everybody. Welcome to my new course on reviewing a pipe stress analysis report. We all know that many a times we need to review pipe stress analysis reports. For example, you have uploaded your stress analysis work to some third-party contractor, and they, after analyzing, submit to us for reviewing. Then it is your responsibility to find out whether they have followed exact specification and whatever your project requirements are there, those are covered or not. So based on that, you have to check the complete report and give comments if they are deviating from any of your points. So based on that, I am preparing this course. So welcome to my course, reviewing a pipe stress analysis report. In this course, we will be covering the following points. First is introduction. Means in this section, we will be telling that what does this term reviewing a pipe stress analysis report means. Then what are the types of reviews that are normally performed in any design consultancy or EPC organizations. Then what are the reasons that one should review a stress analysis report. So those causes or reasons we will be checking out. Then what to review in the stress analysis report. What are the points or what are the sections that one should review to understand whether the stress analysis report is meeting all the requirements. Then steps for reviewing, where to start, means when a report comes to you, from which point you should start reviewing the report. Then practical example of an actual stress analysis report for reviewing. In this section, I will be showing you the actual stress analysis report which is received from some organization for reviewing, and we will be see these steps and also the sections which we normally review. And at the end, we will be learning some of the best practices that should be followed during the reviewing operation of the pipe stress analysis report. Now introduction. So what is reviewing? So reviewing a pipe stress analysis report involves examining a detailed technical document that presents the results of an analysis performed on a piping system to assess its structural integrity and performance under various operating conditions. You already know that a piping system have various conditions of operation, like uh, even code also tells us to check various stresses like sustained stress, then expansion stress, hydrostatic stress case. So all those stress cases we have to check in the system whether they have performed or not, or whether the report is showing as considered or not, and then we have to verify. This type of analysis is commonly conducted in industries such as oil and gas, petrochemicals, power generation, food processing industry, chemical industry, and many others, wherever complex piping systems are used to transport fluids or gases. So in any industry, wherever complex piping systems are used for carrying fluids or gassing from one place to other, or in any process plants, even sometimes equipment packages where piping systems are involved. So all those systems are required to be reviewed. Reviewing a stress analysis report is a mandatory activity which should be performed to ensure the proper quality of the analyzed system. Now, what are the types of review? Means what are the different types of review that are normally performed in any organization? So in general, there are three kinds of review process. One is called internal review. So what is done in this case? Each stress analysis report must be reviewed by a senior engineer before issuing it to the client. For example, my company is performing the stress analysis report. So if it is done or performed by some engineer or some senior engineer, then the stress analysis report must be reviewed by some other senior engineer or principal engineer, means who is more experienced than the guy who is performing the stress analysis. So this is called the internal review. So what will happen while internal reviewing, if there are any simple mistakes performed by the engineer who is performing, uh, any specific project information or requirement is not captured, that is checked by the senior engineer, and he will be updating the performing engineer, which he can easily incorporate before sending it to client. So automatically from client side, the comments what will be received will be very less, and it will be even possible in the first chance itself the client accept the report or approve the report. Then second is the third party review. Now sometimes client wants to send some third parties for reviewing the report. So in this case what happens, for example, if I am performing the stress analysis and then sending to client, client may not be having the capability or they do not want to do the eh, review process. So he may be sending the report to some third party to take their opinion. So this type of review process is known as third party review. And then it will be client review, means in that case client directly reviews the report, or after third party review is completed, then it will be coming to the client for their final review. This will be the end review before accepting or approving the stress report. And in any stage, if there are any comments, a comment resolution sheet is prepared, and thus uh, sheet along with the proper comments indicating or highlighting the sections where or from which clauses the comment are coming, so that the engineer who has performed the stress analysis, he can take care during the next revision of the report. So this is the mainly the introduction part of the reviewing a pipe stress analysis report process. Now, why to review? Means what are the main reasons that a stress analysis report must be reviewed? So the primary objectives of reviewing a pipe stress analysis report are: first is verification of design. So we know that a stress analysis report, whether it is piping or pipeline, must be designed based on some design codes. For example, process piping, it is designed based on ASME B31.3 code. If it is power piping, it may be designed based on ASME B31.1 code. If it is a pipeline, if liquid, then maybe based on ASME B31.4 code, or if it is a gas pipeline, then it will be based on ASME B31.8 code. So we have to ensure that the piping system's design compliance with the relevant industry codes, standards, and regulations. This includes confirming that the stress levels, displacements, and other parameters fall within the acceptable limits that are prescribed in those codes and standards. So what will happen? It will prevent the potential failure or damages to the system. Then next is safety and reliability. So reviewing a stress analysis report will assess the system's safety and reliability by examining how it responds to different loads, including thermal expansion, pressure, external forces, and seismic events. So this will help to identify potential failure modes or failure points, weaknesses, or excessive stresses that could compromise the integrity of the complete system. Next is operational performance. So, so in this section, the stress report is evaluated to understand how the piping system will perform under various operating scenarios. such as startup scenario, shutdown scenario, any transient condition scenario, steady state operation, etc. This analysis ensures that the system can function as intended without adverse effects on its components. Next will be mitigation of risks. So in this part, the stress report will be identifying the potential risks and hazards associated with the piping system's operation and recommend appropriate measures to mitigate these risks. This might involve suggesting some design changes. For example, we all know that while performing stress analysis, it may be required to change the pipe routes to qualify or to reduce some loads or stresses, then support modifications and material selection adjustments, etc. So mitigation of risk is also one of the reason that we have to review the pipe stress analysis report. Next, compliance with the specification. So reviewing ensures that the analysis and its results align with the project specific requirements. Any deviation or discrepancies should be addressed and resolved. So this ensures that whatever project specific requirement is there, that is already taken care of in the stress analysis. Then communication of the findings. So during reviewing, if we find that something is missing, the report is or review process is a method to communicate those findings to the analysis to various stakeholders including engineers, designers, project managers and regulatory authorities. Reviewing the report help ensure accurate and clear communication of technical information. And last but not the least, it is the quality assurance. So reviewing the analysis report is a step in the quality assurance process, ensuring that the analysis was conducted accurately and that the reported results are reliable. So now you know that why one should review the stress analysis report. Now who should review this report? In general, the reports must be or should be reviewed by experienced piping stress engineers who is having at least 10 years of experience, who understands the complete stress analysis process as well as failure modes. So he will be quickly able to review the system and also understand from where normally people makes mistakes, so that those points he can easily point out. Then it could be team leads, whoever is leading the project in the piping department, he can check the system. Then discipline heads, discipline managers or discipline heads, uh, they also check. In general, every stress analysis report is signed by three professionals. First is the performing engineer, second is the whoever is checking, means checker, and finally it is by the discipline head. So each report must be reviewed or checked by additional two members. One may be team lead and the final may be discipline manager or discipline head. During the review process, it's important to have individuals with expertise in pipe stress analysis, structural engineering, and relevant industry standards involved. The reviewer should carefully assess the methodology used in the analysis, the assumptions made, the input data used, and the conclusions drawn. Any discrepancies, concerns, or recommendations for improvements should be documented and addressed before the piping system is constructed or put into operation. So hope this point is also clear to you. Again, one who has understanding of the current project and the project specific requirements. So whoever is reviewing, he must know the current project and the project specific requirements. Otherwise, what will happen? For specific projects, sometimes requirements changes. So if he is not aware of those changes, so those points may be missed. So that's all for the introduction of this course. Hope to see you in the full course. Thank you. Happy learning.